Given in the expansion of 1 plus x whole power p into 1 minus x whole power q, the coefficients of x and x square are 1 and negative 2 respectively. Then we need to find p square plus q square. So we can write 1 plus x whole power p is equal to 1 plus p into x plus pc to x square and so on. The last pcp, that is 1 x to the power of p. Similarly, 1 minus x whole power q, we can write 1 minus qx plus qc to x to the power of 2 minus and so on, plus or minus 1 or minus 1 whole power minus 1 whole power q into x to the power of q. And clearly we can say that to get the coefficients of x from the product 1 plus x whole power p into 1 minus x whole power q, to get the coefficient of x square, coefficient of x, so we need to multiply the constant with the x term or multiply the x with constant term, so that we can get 1 into negative q is minus q and p into plus 1 is plus p, and which is given as coefficient is 1. That is p is equal to 1 plus q, or we can write q is equal to p minus 1. And now coefficient of x square, to get the coefficient of x square, we need to consider the constant with multiplied with x square, so you will get qc2, and x term must be multiplied with the x term again, so we can write p into q minus q, that is minus pq, and x square term should be multiplied with the constant, so we can write pc2 plus pc2, and which is given to be minus 2. So we can write qc2 as, we can write nc2 is equal to n factorial by n minus 2 factorial into 2 factorial, that is n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 factorial divided by n minus 2 factorial into 2 factorial, which can be written as n into n minus 1 divided by 2 factorial. So here we can write q into q minus 1 divided by 2 minus pq, and here we can write p into p minus 1 divided by 2, which is equal to negative 2. And we have q into q minus 1 divided by 2 minus p, we can write it as 1 plus q into q, and again here p we can write 1 plus q, and p minus 1 we can write it as q divided by 2, which is equal to negative 2. Let us solve it. So q into q minus 1 minus 2 times of q into 1 plus q, and again plus q times of 1 plus q, which is equal to negative 4. Or let us simplify. Q square minus q minus 2q minus 2q square plus q square is equal to negative 4. So q square plus q square and again minus 2q square gets cancelled, and here minus q minus 2q, that is minus 3q minus 3q, which is equal to, sorry, minus 2q we can write minus 2q is equal to negative 4, which implies q is equal to 2. So we got the value of q is 2, and now p is equal to 1 plus q, that is 1 plus 2, which is equal to 3. So we got p value is 3 and q value is 2. And now we need to find p square plus q square, which is equal to 3 square plus 2 square, which is 9 plus 4, which is equal to 13. So 13 is the answer, which is option B.